this is getting really real. So I'm just looking forward to tonight to really connect again and just continue building these relationships.
And have a good night.
Oh, ABC's The Bachelor is midway through the season, and the lovely hopefuls vying to be Mrs. Peter Weber are down to 6. Peter, who of course was one of the finalists on last season's Bachelorette, joins us now. Peter, oh boy, what a season. How are you?
Whew, I'm making it through. I'm doing good. Oh man, it's been crazy.
You know what? Yes, we've been able to witness some of that crazy for sure. I first always want to start off because I think it's so fascinating how you put yourself in a position where you're, quote unquote, a candidate in one season, and then you get to see what it's like to be on the other season. How did that prepare you or kind of change the way you've looked at this journey now as The Bachelor?
I mean, the both sides are completely different from each other. There was becoming the Bachelor, you kind of try to think that you can prepare and kind of know what's coming, and you get advice, and I definitely did that from a lot of previous Bachelors. But you have to go through the experience and live it for the 2 months, and it's unlike anything I've ever done in my entire life. One of the most difficult things I've ever had to do. I definitely enjoyed on this side, obviously having a lot more control over it all, and but man, was it tough. But it was amazing and very rewarding for me, and very happy I did it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that it was rewarding. That's kind of leading me to possibly, maybe, hopefully, a tease at the end, but we still have a few episodes. One thing, though, as of late that stands out with the seasons is so often, and this is probably normal, all these women living under one roof, all kind of vying for your attention. It gets a little competitive, it gets a little heated, and you find yourself as moderator, trying to make kind of okay, you're good, you got to work on this. Did you ever think you were going to be in that position? Because it seems like lately, the last few seasons, The Bachelor or Bachelorette has had to play that mediator role.
I agree. I'm like, am I a life coach or am I the Bachelor right now? I don't know which one. It was tough. Obviously there's gonna be drama. You put that many women in a house going after, pursuing one relationship. Yeah, things are gonna happen. And honestly, it was tough for me. There was a lot of things watching this back now I didn't know occurred between some of the women in the house and how they were treating each other. And that part I didn't like to see. That kind of hurt me, and it was sad to see. But there was a lot of moments, where I was involved, with, 2 of the women or more than 2 of the women. And I did feel like a moderator sometimes. I'm like, all right, you tell me how you feel and how do you feel? And it's like, this is crazy.
What am I doing? What happened? Well, one thing from maybe like a sad component, as you put it, to a positive one. We've got a few males that work on our show here. And I got to tell you, they were talking about the crew of ladies that you did have to pick from. Perhaps the best looking ever. Even some men have now watched the show that have never checked out. I can't imagine how difficult it was.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, it was. That did not make it any easier whatsoever. I was a very lucky guy in that regard, and very, very beautiful woman for sure.
Well, yeah, the guys I told him I was going to ask you about that one. But the other thing I wanted to talk about in one of the episodes that people were joking around about and had some fun with, maybe some disappointment I saw, which upset me. I'm a Buckeye. When I saw the Ohio storyline and people are like, wait a second, our big trip is going to Ohio. I was like, yeah, your big trip is going to Ohio. I loved that aspect, and it looked like you enjoyed your time in the Buckeye State too.
I loved Ohio. I'd only been there once on a quick 10-hour layover, I remember. That was the only time I'd been there, and so getting to go back again was great. Honestly, some of my favorite dates from the season were in Ohio. It was a beautiful city, and the people were amazing, and I really enjoyed my time there.
Well, see, that's what we like to hear. Well, speaking of other things that we like to hear, any kind of tease looking forward as the season winds down? What can we expect?
Well, I'll say that this next episode coming up, make the biggest statement of the season, and that's pretty big. And just as it continues to wind up here through the end, I'm really excited for everyone just to really watch this part, and this is the part I was looking forward to. This is where I feel like it gets really good, and a lot of these relationships really start to take off. And at the end, it's a tough one though. It's very unexpected and puts me through a lot. Puts me through the ringer for sure. But I followed my heart the entire time, and I'm happy about that.
Oh, I'm glad to hear you say that, Peter. Again, we've enjoyed watching your journey, and you two at home can watch the rest of Peter's journey right here on ABC. Of course, it's The Bachelor, always Monday nights at 8 o'clock. Thanks again for your time, and best of luck in the future as well.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.